me the other day and asked me to come speak. I haven't spoken anywhere else but Fallen Creek Chapel in a while. So if I make a mess out of it, it'll be all right, won't it?
Amen.
Amen. I appreciate y'all so much. I love this little church out here. I've fallen in love with it in a special way. Y'all some of the greatest. Y'all are good cooks. I like to eat. That's my biggest problem. But I like to eat every time else in my mouth flies. I want to talk to you just a minute tonight. Eddie said it didn't say I could sing a song, but would it be all right if I sang a song?
You sing a song.
I'm gonna try. I didn't bring my guitar with me, so if y'all can put up with me on the piano, I'll try my best to do it on the piano. I'm not very, I don't play as good as these other folks do, but I play a little bit. This kind of goes along with what I want to talk to you about this morning, this afternoon. Wonder how people make it out there without God. I just don't know. I look at people sometimes and I wonder, well, what are you doing? How are you making it? I've been out there and walked without God for a little while.
Yeah.
It's miserable. You can't get nothing done right. You can't get anything accomplished until the power of God. I sometimes wonder how I got up and tried to get and taught. I taught school for quite a long time with the Department of Corrections, and I was a teacher. And I got up and I spoke to classes for sometimes 4 hours at a time, and just taking little short breaks in between. And I could get up there and speak, and I get the feeling the subject that I was preaching, and I could tell when the preacher took over, even in the teaching part. Amen. You see the power of the Holy Ghost just begins to manifest itself in special ways with God's people if you'll just turn it over to Him.
Amen.
A I better read before I get happy to preach.
Go ahead.
We was talking earlier about some of the old preachers that we used to deal with back years ago. And folks like Brother John Yarber and folks like Boy Taylor and many of the old ones, the Alfords, and how they used to minister and they preach and looked like they just never did give out. They'd talk for an hour and a half and then they'd preach for another hour. Yeah. Amen. Then you'd turn it over to another fellow and he'd preach for an hour and a half. And then you'd break for lunch, and then you'd come back in after lunch, and you ate a good meal, and you'd go back inside, you might sing a song, then you'd have some communion service and some foot washing, and then you'd preach for another hour and a half. And we'd spend all day long, and the power of God would fall, and you'd have preachers, teachers, and unsaved ones, all in the altar together, getting hold of the God that serves us today. See, you don't know that God serves you, do you? He does. He serves you a dinner, He serves you a lunch, and He serves you a breakfast just as can't be contained. He said, my cup will overflow. What's that over the cold sing about that? I'm drinking out of the saucer, Lord, because my cup has overflowed. Amen. I get into that condition sometimes. It just gets so good to me till I can't hardly stand it. Yeah. Turn over with me to Psalms 114th chapter. I'm going to try to get into this just a minute. I won't hold you long. I'll try to get you out of here for breakfast. Amen. Psalms 114th chapter. And I'd like to read there for just a little bit, about 8 verses. It ain't but 8 verses long. And it said, when Israel went out of Egypt, the house of Jacob from the people of strange language, Judah was his sanctuary, and Israel his domination. The sea saw it and fled. Jordan was driven back. Hallelujah. The mountains skipped like rams, and the little hills like lambs. What a powerful God. What aileth thee, O thou sea, that thou fleddest? Thou Jordan, that thou wasn't driven back. Ye mountains that skip like rams, and ye little hills like lambs. Tremble, thou earth. Oh, I'm going to read that again. Tremble, thou earth, at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the God of Jacob. Hallelujah. Which turneth the rock into standing water, the flint into fountains of water. Father, we ask you to bless the reading of thy holy word in Jesus' name. Amen. You may be seated. Glory to God. Hallelujah. I'd like to talk with you for just a few minutes, if I might. I won't stay up here so y'all will get used to it. I want to talk to you for just about plugging into the power. Amen. Hallelujah. Yeah, you ever get up in the morning and you get into the kitchen and you get ready and you get that cup. Now, I don't know how many of y'all drink coffee, but I drink coffee pretty much. And I take that coffee cup, set it down there, and get ready. You got the timer set on that coffee pot. Amen. Got it all set, got everything fixed up. That way when you get up in the morning, the coffee's already ready. And it's ready for you to take that cup and just pour it in that cup and sit down and enjoy that nice cup of coffee. And you get up and you realize, you look at the coffee pot and you realize that the plug has come out of the wall. And you don't have any coffee to drink. You've got to stop everything you're doing and now re-prepare your coffee. You ladies, when you go into the bathroom, and some of you guys too, when you go into the bathroom and you get that hair dryer and you stick it up to your hair to get it all blowed just right. You can tell I do a lot of that. Amen. You get it up there just right and you forgot to plug it in. Ladies, I'm afraid your hair ain't going to be just right unless you plug it into the power. Amen. We as human beings have gotten to the point in our lives that we depend on the power of the world in order to make ourselves go and do. My wife and I, we love to go on cruises. We like to go out there to the cruise, get in the old cruise ships, ride around out on the water and go to little different places. Like we've been around the Caribbean, we've been over to Mexico, and since we retired, we got to do a little bit of that. While we was working, we couldn't do none of that. But now we got to do a little bit of that. It's exciting. It's fun. And you get into your cabin there, and you got your hair dryer, and you got your fan, And you got all these things, and there's only one plug in the whole place. One plug in the whole place to plug anything into. And you've got all these things that you've got to plug in, and you've got to know where to plug it. And if you ain't, so, well, I got 2 plugs in there. Yeah, but one of them's from Europe. And nothing you got will fit in that plug. Amen. We get into that condition, don't we? I think sometimes Christians get into that condition. They know where the wall socket is. The wall socket's over there. They just ain't got a cord that'll fit in it. My wife, bought me a cell phone. It's one of them iPhones. I got it. One of them iPhones. Yeah. Supposed to be fancy. Now, I had that thing a couple of weeks, and it kept ringing. And hello? And there wouldn't be nobody there. So I put it back in my pocket. Because there wasn't nobody talking to me, so I just put it back in my pocket. About 2 weeks after I'd had it, my granddaughter come over, and she said, Papa, are you going to answer your phone? I said, they won't nobody talk to me. She said, well, you got to slide this button over. 2 weeks after I had a cell phone in my pocket, it took me 2 weeks to learn how to use one. You see, it was powered up. It was fine. It had been plugged up to the charger. It was working fine. There was nothing wrong with the cell phone, and all the power was already there. Yeah. But it needed an operator. It needed an operator. We got to the point where we become so dependent on the things of this world that we just can't hardly do without it. Take it out again. We have the world at our fingertips. We have everything we need imaginable at our fingertips. The power of information is all we got to do. We got to swipe this thing. It's like, well, turn it on, swipe this thing a time or two, and it all comes up. I sent Jennifer a text not long ago talking about what I was going to be talking about when she put it up there, and she was going to put it down on where she could. I just had to send it to her. I didn't have to call her and talk to her about it. I just sent her a text so she'd have all of my information. The power of information is at our fingertips. We've got all kinds of power. The Bible talks of having the power, knowing the power, understanding the power, but denying the power thereof. Amen. Denying that very power of where we need to plug in our salvation. Amen. Can you see? I'm going to get back. I'm going to get back there in a minute. Moses, I can see him as he was over there. Now Moses, I want you to think about Moses for just a minute. Moses was trained and brought up as one of the greatest princes of Egypt. He was trained in the highest educational level of a great prince of Egypt. He was brought up from the time he was little, right up in the Pharaoh's castle, taking the information from all he could find. He was third in the kingdom, baby. He had everything he needed at his very feet. And he gave it all up when he found out who he was. When he found out what he needed to do. He gave it all up and was made to leave Egypt. And he found himself over on a hill, over there, over on a hill, guarding Jethro's sheep. Now, I'm going to tell you something about a shepherd, folks. A shepherd, at that point, I know we talk in the churches about how great the shepherds of the flock are. How wonderful. Let me tell you about a shepherd. A shepherd was one of the lowliest jobs you could have. It was a stinky job. It was a dirty job. It was one that nobody else wanted. This great prince of Egypt found himself over guarding the sheep of his father-in-law Jethro. Hallelujah. Asked Raymond to go find me a stick while ago. I left my stick home. And Raymond went and brought me a stick. Look at that. Isn't that nice? That's a nice stick. A very nice stick. I had it over there, guarding the sheep, making sure everything was in order. Can you imagine what went through his mind when he looked up and he saw on the mountain something on fire? Something on fire. I don't know what it is. Now, I don't know about you, but when I see something on fire, guess which direction I'm going to go? The other direction. I'm going to get away from the fire. Fire will burn you. It will hurt you. It will make you run away from the fire. If you don't believe it, ask the people in California that's having to deal with it today. They're trying their best to get away from the fire. But Moses had a yearning. Moses had a need. Moses had something he needed to get to in order to get through what he needed to get through. And he found out it was a fire that was burning. I can see Moses as he headed up. He looked over there and he saw a bush burning. And the bush wasn't consumed. Now this man had a lot of education. This man had a lot of intelligence. This man was a crown prince of Egypt. And he's got a bush that's burning and it won't burn up. This makes absolutely no sense to me. He looked in there and realized this is something special. This is a power source I need to plug into. The Bible said he turned his face away. He turned his face away because he didn't want to see the face of God, but he was scared he would die. Now this is bad about this time, that he realized this is something beyond normal that I can't deal with. This is something beyond normal that I've never seen before. And then a voice came out of the bush. Hallelujah. A voice came out of the bush. That's whenever I would have probably been back down among the sheep. Amen. I'd have been back down there in amongst the sheep, hiding amongst all the wool I could find to get around me. But Moses just looked over there, and the voice came out and said, "Take these shoes off, Moses, because the ground on which you're standing is holy ground."
Amen.
Oh, hallelujah. I get kind of happy when I get behind the Holy of Holies and the Holy Ghost begins to fall and just glory to God, and the power begins to come, and the scriptures begin to be revealed. It gets real happy, and it gets in my feet, it gets in my knees, it gets in my heart, it gets in my mind, it gets all over me.
Amen.
Don't get all over you children of God today. You need another dip in the well, or you need to find you an outlet and plug in.
Right.
Woo! Oh, sound like Ric Flair there, didn't it? Woo! Amen. I know. Amen. I did that for Robert. For Eddie, we call him Robert Eddie. Amen. He got plugged into something he didn't quite understand. Exodus. I want you to go with me just a minute. I want you to just imagine what went through Moses' mind. Imagine. This guy was brought up in Egyptian purity over there. The best education. He was brought up in all the gods of Egypt. He'd been trained in everything. And here he's talking to a burning bush. Said, the Bible said, he raised up his voice. He said, "I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham." Hallelujah. The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. This God, the power of this God, the God who had spoken the universe into existence, this God, the God who had the power to set the earth and separate the waters from the land, this God that spoke and the stars came up.
Amen.
This is the one I told. He knew the scripture. He knew the scroll. He knew what they said, children of God. You understand? I'm talking to a power that is so far beyond anything I can understand. I don't know what I'm going to do next. And God said, "I have heard the cry of my children." And guess what? You are going to get them out of bondage. I'm going to send you over to get them out of bondage. Say what? What? This is crazy. I'm just a little shepherd out here guarding the flock. God said, "I know where you came from. I know where you've been. I know what your qualifications are." Oh, listen, children, he knows what your qualifications are. He knows where you've been. He knows where you need to be. He knows what's going on with you. He understands where you've been. He understands what he needs you to do. He said, "Well, how can I go over there and talk to people like, how can I go over there and do it? If I go back to Israel, they'll kill me. Egypt, they'll kill me." Oh, poor me. I can't do that. I'm not qualified to preach the gospel. Oh, me neither. I'm not qualified to teach a Sunday school class. Oh, me neither. I'm not qualified to stand behind the Holy of Holies. I'm definitely not. Oh, but God said, I know who you are. I know all about you, and I know what I've qualified you to do.
Amen.
You see, God don't hire the qualified. He qualifies that he hires.
That's right.
Amen. He is the qualifier. He's the one that sets you in motion. He's the one that sets you on your feet and sends you out to do a mission for him.
Amen.
Oh, glory to God. I didn't know I was going to get into all that, preacher. Sorry. No, I'm not really.
Praise God.
Hey, over the 13th verse and the 14th verse of that same chapter, it says, let me get my gloves. Moses said to God, suppose I go to Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me. And they ask me, what is his name? Then what shall I tell them? I love this part. It's my favorite part, I believe. God said to Moses, I am that I. Anybody see the Ten Commandments? Those all the Ten Commandments. You see Charles and Heston, and that bush was burning, and that voice come in. It just didn't say, I am that I am. It said, I am that I am. Amen. He made sure Moses could hear it. He didn't ask him for him. Say, does God know who he was? He said, Moses, Moses. He called him twice. Make sure you don't misunderstand who I'm talking to today. Is God talking to you? Has God got a message for you? Has God got something for you to do? I am has sent you. Amen. I am is your God.
Amen.
You know, Moses had all kinds of reasons to go, all kinds of excuses, and he gave God every excuse he could think of. He said, God, I can't go over there. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't talk. I stutter. I can't do anything, Father. I don't know what to do. He asked him, he said, what you got in your hand? He said, a rod. A stick. I got a stick in my hand. That's what you get. He said, throw it down. He threw that old stick down. What happened to it? Turned into a serpent. Turned into an old snake. Turned into a serpent.
Yeah.
And then God, I ain't brave around snakes, okay? I'm not real brave. And God told him, he said, okay, now I want you to reach down and pick him up by the what? The tail. Hold on, folks. Now, I'm no serpentarian. Is that the word? Is that the right word? Serpentarian. One of them folks take care of snakes. I ain't one of them. But I pretty much understand by reading a few things that if there's one spot in a snake that will bite you that you don't grab. And that's his tail. Because if you grab his tail, he's going to turn around and bite you. In the first place, when that thing turned into a serpent, I would no longer have been there. Moses reached down, and he took that thing and became his rod once again. You see, God will take the serpent. He'll take the very things that work against you. He'll take the very things that plague you. He'll take the very things that work against you and everything you try to do. He'll take that very thing and use it for his own glory. Amen. He said, show that to them. They'll know. He said, that's not enough. Take your hand and stick it in your coat. He said, now pull it back out. When he pulled it back out, it was as white as snow, full of leprosy. Oh my. Okay, now you've got my attention. Leprosy, one of the cruelest, uncurable disease in the history of mankind. Leprosy, one of the things that was an example of what pure sin is all about. Leprosy, the incurable disease that can only be cured by one power. And the power socket said, put it back in your coat. When he brought it back out, it was just as pretty flesh as you could ask for. You see, the power source. Take this and go to Pharaoh. Go and turn my people loose. Tell Pharaoh to set my people free. He plugged into the power source. He plugged into the... Can you see Hallelujah. Can you see Moses when he was over there fighting the Amalekites? And he was over there, he said, Joshua, I want you to take a few men, and I want you to go out there, and I want you to fight that battle, and I want you to win this war. He said, I'm going to be over here on the hill. I'm going to be over here out of the way. The Bible says as long as he held up his arms, that Israel was winning the battle. As long as he held up his arms, Israel was winning the battle. Oh, but remember, now Moses about this time was an old man. He dug out many years behind him. And guess what happens when you get old and you hold the arms up for a few minutes? You get tired. You get tired. And they start to fail. And they start to come down. Oh, praise God. About that time, Aaron and Hur came over there, and they brought him a stone to sit on an old rock. And when they got next to him, they held his arms up so that Joshua could win the battle. Brother, sometimes we get to the point, when we get to the power source, we got our lips, they're ready to speak the words. We get into the power source, and we can't get it plugged in just right, or it won't stay. Yeah. You ever got off a little ways with some company of devices you're using? I like to use a blower on the porch because I'm too lazy to sweep. Amen. Take that blower to the porch. I blow that stuff off, but if I get a little bit too far, it'll come unplugged. I got to have somebody come plug it back in because I done got unplugged from the power source. Moses had got to the point he was getting unplugged. Hallelujah. The fraying had started in his cord. The power cord had got frayed and it was beginning to loosen up. And it wasn't staying in the power just like it should have. So he had to have some help to hold it up. Sometimes we need an assistant to help us get through where we need to be. God said, and I will send that one to you. Yes. I'm almost where I want to preach at today. Moses had plugged in to the power source. He found what he needed to find. He knew what was going on. Moses had been touched with the power to save Egypt, to save Israel from the bondage of Egypt. God said, now go do it. And he did. And he did. If you got the power today, when he reached up to the Red Sea, what did he use? The rod that was a serpent turned into a rod over the waters. Amen. Parting the sea. The rod went on for years. I can tell you a little bit more about the rod, but that's another sermon, and that'd take about another hour. I know we ain't got time to do that. But we need to be plugged in to the power. We need to be plugged into the power. Do you know what the power is? The power of I am. Yes. Right. I want to go over to John's Gospel, the 6th chapter, the 35th verse. Hallelujah. I want you to listen for just a moment. Hallelujah. You know, sometimes, I'm going to get there, sometimes when the power goes out and we just can't get it to work right, and the power's got so weak until we can't accomplish anything. I say, well, that don't happen to church folks. Amen. It does too. Sometimes the power just goes slam out. Sometimes we just couldn't get a little bit of spark. It wouldn't make it. Ever had one of them lighters that you wanted to light the charcoal with, and you cut that thing and you just kept going. You kept going. You done everything you could do. You shook it, you beat it, and you couldn't get the flame to come on to save your life. Christians get that way with the power source. Yeah. The flame gets weak. The flame goes out. You ever been there? Christian? Christian? Come on. Church member? Ever been there where you got down on your knees and you begin to cry out to the Almighty God? You begin to cry out in special ways you just couldn't get above here. Your prayers didn't seem like they got any higher than the bottom of the pulpit. You couldn't get through no matter what you need. Amen. Yes. And you pick up the phone and you call the pastor. Say, Pastor, I'm having a hard time getting through. I just can't seem to get through. That's what God sent His servants for. Right. Hallelujah. That's what God sent His servants. They're the power source. That's where you plug in and get that power. That's where you get to whenever you need to find that extra special power you need to get on. Woo. Why do we ask for prayer in church houses? Why do we ask for people if they're resting in prayer? Why do we do that? Because we need to get to the power. That's right. Let me introduce you to the power for just a moment. Then I'll be gone. Hallelujah. The Gospel of John. Over John 30, 35, Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whosoever comes to me will never go hungry. And whosoever believes in me will never be thirsty.
Amen.
That meal that y'all served a while ago, that was some mighty fine cooking. Them chicken and dumplings were good. Amen. I wasn't even supposed to have that. But they were good. I enjoyed them. And I'm not hungry right now. But come about daybreak, come first thing in the morning when I crawl out of that bed and have my cup of coffee, the old stomach's going to start growling. Going to want something to eat. Going to want some nourishment. And I'm going to want that glass of water. For those of you who don't know, I'm a mouth breather when I sleep sometimes. And when you get up after you've been a mouth breather, you snore a little bit, your throat's so dry that you could reach in it. Never mind how dry it is. It's dry anyway. And you get in there and you want to find that good old cool drink of water, because nothing takes the place of that good old cool drink of water. And pretty quick you're going to be looking for an egg sandwich or one of them other things that you might waffle or some grits and eggs and bacon or whatever you can find to eat. You're going to try to fill that void that has been left there overnight.
Yeah.
I am says, that whosoever comes to me will never go hungry. And you'll never thirst again. You drink of this water that I supply you, and it's good for ever after. You'll never have to drink again. And you'll come back. He said over in John 8, the 12th chapter, John 8, the 12th verse, he spoke again to the people and said, I am the light of the world. Whosoever follows me will never walk in darkness. Oh my. But will have the light of life. Never walk in darkness. Now when I sleep at night, whether you sleep with a nightlight on, it don't make no difference. When you go to sleep and you close your eyes, guess where you at? In the dark. You're in the dark. And it's black, just as black as it can be. When I go to bed at night, I even got stuff over my windows to make it blacker. I like it dark. I don't want a light to shine nowhere. I want it to be so dark that I can't see my hand in front of my face. I sleep better that way, in the dark. You know why? Because it's time to rest. That's the only way you can rest, is whenever you get into the darkness in these physical bodies. My God said, I am the world. I am the light of the world. I am that one that's set on the hill.
Amen.
When we get through with this life and head over, folks, we ain't going to have to worry about no darkness. You know what the biggest darkness for Christian people is in this world today? Sin. Pure sin. He says over in the 10th chapter, he said, I am the gate. Whosoever enters through me will be saved. They will come and go out and find pasture. I could preach about a week there. Find pasture. You're looking for something in the pasture. You take these old cows and you put them out there in one of them fields that's bare, and they'll starve to death. But you put them out there where the hay is ready and everything's lit up. They'll fatten up and be ready to go to be sold for meat. I am the good shepherd. In John 10:14, I am the good shepherd. And this is what I love. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me.
Amen.
Hallelujah. I know my sheep. I am those sheep, because I am is the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the vine. You are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. But with me, you can do all. Abraham, Moses said that God talking to him, I am has sent you. Tell him that I am has sent you.
Amen.
I am. Jesus was talking to the Jews. He looked over the Jews, and they were questioning him on some of the miracles that had happened. He said, how can you be the God of Abraham? How can you know? You don't even know Abraham. You're not even 55 years old yet. How can you know Abraham? Jesus looked at him and said, before Abraham was, I am. I am. God is the power source. Jesus is the power source. Christian men, women, boys, and girls girls look for power everywhere they can find it. They look for it in the beautiful singing, and I love the beautiful singing. They look for it in the scriptures, and I love the scriptures, and they're full of the scriptures are wonderful, and they give you just about everything you need, but except you've been born again by the blood of Jesus Christ. All the reading you can do in this book, all the reading you can find in this book will not be interpreted to you in the right way. You haven't plugged in unto the power source until you reach there and take hold of the hem of the garment that saves. You've got to grab hold of something that works for us. Hallelujah. Good Lord. Hallelujah. We as children of God have power. You have the power. What you do with the power is up to you. What you do with the power is up to you. So, well, I don't have any control. Oh, yes, you do. It says, quench not the spirit. Quench not the spirit. When the Holy Ghost begins to move, I can't stop it, Pastor. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. All you've got to do is deny the power thereof. But to allow the power to work in your life, the Spirit of God will take over and minister through you in that lost and dying world. We are a city set on a hill that cannot be hid.
Amen.
I'm not a teacher. But I'll tell you what, I can't preach like Paul. I can't teach like Peter. I can't preach like Eddie. I can't teach like a lot of these can. I can't preach like Billy Graham did. But I know what I can do is when the anointing begins to fall and the Holy Ghost begins to take over and minister, that old body steps out of the way and the preacher steps in and the holy power of God begins to minister through his saints. You are the ministers of the world today. You are the ministers of God to the world today. Each and every one of us is building, if you're bought by the blood of the Lamb, are ministers to go outside the world. So we're not supposed to be a part of the world. You live in the world. And if you're not ministering to that lost and dying, you are ministering. The bottom line is, you are ministering. What type of ministry are you doing? What type of ministering are we doing? It's easy to live right here in this little church. It's easy. As long as we sit here and the power of God begins to fall, it's easy to preach the Word of God from behind the stand of God whenever you've got the Holy Ghost and fire moving through your life. It's easy. But when you step outside the back door of the church, now's when the difficulty starts. Because there's going to be a man, woman, boy, or girl somewhere wanting to put a stop in everything you try to do. Amen. We wrestle up against this world. We wrestle against principalities. We wrestle against spiritual warfare. We have a power that can go beyond that. Because my Bible tells me that we are more than overcomers. He that lives within me is greater than that one that's in the world. Right. I have the power. I plugged in to the power source. I plugged in to the place that I need to be. How about you? I know whom I have believed and am persuaded, hallelujah, that he is able to keep that I have committed. Then listen, let me read that again. To keep that I have committed. Amen. Are you committed today? Have you committed unto him against that day? Can I read just a little more? It says, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present or the future, nor any power, neither height nor depth nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is through Christ Jesus our Lord. That's right. Amen. Have you got the blood applied to your life today? Have you got the blood applied? I'm not going to say all that, but I got some of it in there anyway. All power is given to me, Jesus said, in heaven and earth. All power is given unto me in heaven and earth. Here's your outlet. Here's your power outlet. But as many as received him, listen to this next verse. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, Even to them that believe on his name.
Amen.
Even to them that believe on his name. Are you plugged into the power source? Are you plugged into the power source? Sure enough, God, we check our cell phones and tablets. How many's got your cell phone with you? How many got your tablet with you? We check them regularly. We make sure. We pull that cell phone out and we look at it to make sure. And we're looking at that power button up there. And when it gets down to about a quarter of power, what do? We find us a plug. We find us a plug somewhere where we plug that thing in. Bad thing about it is that will fit on your Android phones. It won't fit on my iPhone. I got to have the right plug.
That's right.
I've got to have the right connection. I've got to have the right connector that goes to the special phone. Amen. Listen, I've got the right connections tonight. And it's through the blood of Jesus Christ applied to your life. David said, purge me with hyssop that I may become whiter than snow. Clean me up. Make me white. See, the church needs to do one. Pastors and orphans do this. The church needs to do one thing and they fail to do. And that is repent.
That's right.
Of all things.
That's right.
Woo! Say, well, we the church, we've already repented and accepted Jesus Christ. Paul said, I die daily.
Amen.
I die daily. Brother, it's not one day that I don't get down and say, Lord, forgive me. For the things that have come across my mind. Father, I beg your forgiveness. And when I have to go preach somewhere, children, I really get down to business. Because I don't want to stand behind this holy of the holies and have something holding me down when God wants to bless and give out a message.
Right.
Hallelujah. Are you bought by the blood of the Lamb? Are you bought by the blood of the Lamb? How often do you plug into your power source? How often do you plug in your power source?
Come on.
Say, well, I bring it to church with me on Sunday morning and on Wednesday. But that's not what I asked you. How often do you plug into your power source? You know, sometimes our power gets so low that we have to call an electrician in. We have to get a specialist. We have to get somebody who really knows what they're doing. An electrician to come in. If I ain't mess with it too much, but it'll shock you. Amen. So when it gets too bad, we have to call in an electrician. Our children of God, if you don't know the power source today, if you're not connected to the blood of the Lamb, I suggest that you find the electrician and get through to the specialist that has all things under his control. I love you this morning, this evening, and I appreciate you listening to me for just a few minutes. Come on, Brother Eddie. I love you.